ever been. Do I gotta chase you every summer? Can I have to replace you every summer? You're the only woman on my mind. You're the only way I spend my time. Tick, 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 boom. Can't get you out of the room of my head. Take two, is it too soon to get you into my... I want you now, I need you off the ground. I want you not loud, I want you right now. I can't help it right now.
You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, you blow my mind. Boom, boom, and blow my mind. You're the only one that gets under my skin. You're doing damage nobody's ever been. Do I gotta face you with another? I'll never replace you with another. You're the only man that's on my mind. You know that nobody right. Tick, 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 boom. This ain't a honeymoon. We all night instead. Sleep until noon. I still assume that you'll be in my... I want it here. Don't make me wait. Oh yeah. Already facing my fears. Come closer to my ears. I gotta hear it more clear. You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, you blow my mind. Boom, boom, you blow my mind. You're the only one that gets under my skin. You're doing damage nobody's ever been. You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, you blow my mind. Boom, boom, you blow my mind.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trailblazers as they go up against the Washington Wizards here at Capital One Center. Looking at the last game for the Wizards, it was a loss to the Nets in Brooklyn. They suffered an upset loss, perhaps a loss of focus, but you can be certain that won't be the case tonight. You know who I'm looking forward to watching tonight?
I would not know.
How about C.J. McCollum?
Okay.
Low-rated high school recruit. Comes out of a small college. But Shaq, this guy can flat-out play.
Man, great young combo guard. Offensively, he can do it all, Ernie.
He's a very tricky defender, meaning he's got long arms. He's able to reach in when you don't think he's able to get to basketballs. Dangerous on and off the ball.
You guys fun to watch, and that's it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
That's the United States Supreme Court building here in our nation's capital. We're coming to you today from Washington, D.C. It's the Wizards in Washington for a little interconference action in the nation's capital. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone, to the broadcast table. Chris Webber to my right, Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge on our sideline. Portland right now in the middle of a road trip. Still early in the season, but the front office and coaching staff likes what they are seeing from this team so far. Better winning percentage than last year.
And when you look at Portland, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
Well, we know what they're capable of, and these fellas aren't waiting around. They're putting the hammer down. I mean, not holding anything back.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge, John on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, John Wall was the #1 overall pick in 2010, but he still thinks he's got a lot left to prove. Now, a bone spur in his knee held him back for several years. He's gotten the surgery now, and he says, some people get their success early. Some get theirs late. I feel like my time is just beginning. Kevin?
Certainly one to watch, David. Thanks. You know, Chris, I don't know if we can call it unexpected, but a couple highly regarded rookies have struggled so far to begin the year right out of the gate.
You have to learn your way in here. Just because you were great on one level does not guarantee you success at this level. And that's why you have to come in with a great work ethic and an open ear and a heart that's really trying to understand the concepts of the game. It's a huge adjustment going from college to the pros. You think about it, you're playing against guys that are stronger, guys that have more of a mental advantage because they've been through the situation that you're going through the first time over and over and over. The game is much faster, players are much better, and the thing I think is usually the biggest kind of separator of levels is that your athletic ability no longer means anything. Very rarely do you come from college being the best athlete and now the best athlete in the NBA. So many different levels, and you just hope that guys don't get caught in the struggle, but understand that the struggle for any player is part of the game, part of the transition from college to the pros.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Portland, Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Layman is out there with Aminu, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And Damian Lillard has always been an incredible scorer. His range and ability to create let him carry the load on offense, and has also stepped up as a vocal leader for this team, has grown into that role the last few seasons.
He's got some pep in his step tonight. I wonder what he had to eat last night. I mean, very solid first quarter for him at the offensive end.
And Wall kicks to Howard. Porter in the corner. The tray bangs home the trifecta. And with Lillard and becoming a team leader, Greg, he's always been one to lead by example.
And when Lillard was the clear star of the team, players started to look at him as a mentor, or realize the kind of effect he can have on his teammates. And that led him to opening up, inviting them to dinner and hanging out. Wasn't something he took to immediately, but he has shown he could not only be a franchise talent on the court, but off the court as well.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. McCollum trying to get open from down in the low post. It goes.
Now that makes them 80% from the floor early on. Let's see how long they can stay this hot.
And stolen by Lillard. All alone, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Encouraging to see Lillard focus on improving his defense, showing solid instincts to come up with that steal.
So for Washington, their last game a loss to Brooklyn.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
They would look like they had it figured out, then take a couple bad shots and be right back to where they started.
Layman gets the bucket.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
Here is Wall. He's coming off a 16-point game against Brooklyn.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
That's his first personal foul.
It's stolen by Aminu.
Now look, he was laying in wait for that pass. I mean, lured him into his trap.
And the basket by McCollum.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Beal gets a wide open look. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
A defender nowhere near him, and he still can't hit it. He wants that one back.
Aminu with the bucket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. And for Yusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him. Chance here to look at the numbers for Damian Lillard. 7th in scoring, 7th in free throw percentage, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And you noted it, his points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers, leading by 12. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, he's been the safety valve for them on every possession. So dependable.
And Wall kicks to Morris. Back to Wall. Makes it off the glass. Wall's got his first basket of the night.
I like the confidence of Wall inside. When he gets to his spot, he goes right to work.
Lillard misses.
Wow, he just does everything right there except hit the layup.
Here's Beal. Rebound by Nurkic.
Pretty high percentage look with the D playing off him. Just couldn't knock it down.
McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got his second bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Morris kicks to Wall. Outside, Beal. Buries the long-range jumper. Beal's got his first 3 points of the game.
You got to respect how fast Beal gets his shot off. Remarkable at reading the D and pulling up on him off the pass. The D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
Wall finds Beal. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Beal's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Washington. Here's Nurkic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Nurkic with the steal. No good. Wall with some nice D. And Beal kicks to Wall. Here's Howard. They get a hand on it. Shoots over Nurkic. Out to Morris. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Howard.
This is the chemistry Howard has with his guys. Fantastic at realizing when to go for alley-oops.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Lillard, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call on Washington with the foul. Well, Damian Lillard has never been one to doubt himself, and when he plays, he exudes confidence.
Has a short-term memory, which allows him to keep attacking even after he's missed a few. And that's the mentality you have to have on offense. He might be as good as any other guard in this game.
And he makes the first.
And one thing you talk about with Lillard, great at all times, but absolutely lethal in the clutch.
Both free throws good from Lillard. At times for the Wizards, playing with discipline, Chris, has been a challenge.
Yeah, it's been a problem. They tend to commit a lot of turnovers at times, a lot of personal fouls. Some say it's the way they play, but I don't buy into that. You can play fast and loose and still take care of the ball, but it's hard to sustain winning when you're not disciplined.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Washington with the ball. Portland making their last shot. That's tipped. Back to Wall. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
And that one's good. Lillard.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Washington calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Evan Turner, he's checked in for Portland. Let's take a second now to view the top pickpockets in the NBA. Number 5 is John Wall.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Right off the opening tip, they've been relentless. And this style of play can be hard to come back against.
Here's Wall. The Blazers getting the bucket. Outside, Porter. Howard kicks to Morris. Wizards passing it around. Wall's shot is off.
Oh, it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide open three like that.
And that one drops for him. McCollum's got 6 points.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Aminu against Morris. Turner looking around. That shot is off. Nice D from Porter. And Wall kicks to Beal. Outside, Porter. And he's good on the 3-ball. Porter's got his second bucket of the game to go.
When you're open, Beal will find you outstanding at working the ball over to the open man.
Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Wizards trail by 14. Outside, Wall. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for John Wall. He's averaging 20 points, 8 assists, and just over 2 steals. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
Stolen by McCollum. Here's Lillard. Here's Nurkic. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And the Trailblazers lead by 16. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Washington Wizards. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But in that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
Yeah, it did. I mean, they were smart about it. Once the fouls started to add up on the other side, they really turned up the heat.
Seems weird, doesn't it, to call Howard an old-school type player? Because, see, Webb, I remember when he was considered new school.
Oh, yeah, I do too. That's when I played against him. I mean, yeah, the explosiveness at his size that back then felt new. But he was your classic back-to-the-basket, rim-protecting center. And once you feed him the ball, it was rarely coming back out.
And guys, Dwight Howard, a top 20 all-timer in rebounding, an 8-time All-Star center. Greg, will he be a Hall of Famer someday, you think?
Oh, he's a lock to be a Hall of Famer when you look at those numbers. Not to mention a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and at his peak, one of the most impactful big men we've seen in the game.
Green, no luck.
The movement and the shot selection are good there, but you can't hit them all.
Here's McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Satoransky kicks to Rivers. Jacks up a 3. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I don't think they were expecting that shot. They didn't really make an effort to get out on him.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
No other way to put it. The defense was awful, completely uninspired at that end of the floor.
Well, they had a hard time forcing turnovers, and then on the other end, made quite a number of mistakes themselves.
Mahinmi's checked in for Dwight Howard. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Zach Collins checked in for Nurkic. Leonard comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. Stauskas is checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Curry subbed in for Damian Lillard. The shot by Collins, no good.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Mahinmi, second chance shot. Portland grabs the miss. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Love the inside game of Turner. He's not the biggest guy, but that doesn't stop him from capitalizing in close to the bucket.
Wizards trail by 16. Satoransky with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Oubre, good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And Curry the bucket on the assist by Turner.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
On the wing, Green. Pass to Mahinmi. Back to Green. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Too many inches being given up in that matchup. I mean, he's got no chance of putting a stop to that layup.
Curry gets the bucket.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Washington's gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. Back to Satoransky. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Hits the moving target with the lead pass. He made it look so easy.
Curry against Satoransky. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. It's a 16-point game. On the wing, Green. He's covered by Leonard. Satoransky gets the bucket.
There isn't any player in the league who's going to pass up that shot. There was nobody near him.
Curry attacking. Satoransky grabs the miss. The Wizards shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. Oubre can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 13. Shots good by Turner.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Inside. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Oh, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timing.
For Washington, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
One shot.
Free throw, good, Oubre. And here's Portland, leading by 12. The shot and game clock separated by 4.
You can't let Turner jump all over you. Effective at tearing the D apart on the drive with his athleticism and his speed.
And so it's Washington with it. Rivers scanning the floor. And it's sent back by Turner. Leonard attacking. Offensive rebound, Collins. And he uses the glass on the layup. Collins has got his first points of the night.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
And so it's Portland with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Growing up the youngest of 5 with 4 older sisters, John Wall said it taught him a lot. And Wall had his challenges certainly growing up. We all know those stories, losing his father at a young age. But his mother, his aunts, Greg, his sisters, they protected him.
It helped him to get where he is now. We see it so often. A young man making it to the NBA is really a victory for the entire family.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Well, this roster is built for guys with speed. They're running the floor hard in the first quarter.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Myers Leonard. Seth Curry is out there with Stauskas. Then it's Turner. And it's Collins in at the 5 spot. See, Webb, there are guys that bring it every night. It doesn't depend on a game or a teammate or a play or whatever. Every night they bring it out. Great consistency. I know you have a lot of players that you admire in that regard.
Definitely, I admire their pride, their heart, their attention to detail, passion for the game. The Kawhi Leonards, the Chris Pauls, LeBron James, of course, Kevin Durant. So many players put their heart on the line every night. You love seeing that.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Golden State, a terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And checking out Portland, a game behind.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
Yeah, Greg, already the focus has started to turn to the postseason and what they need to do to make a run at the championship.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Layman's checked in. Oubre, no one around him. And another miss by Washington.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Curry against Satoransky. Outside, Green. Drills the three-pointer. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
It's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Inside, uncovered. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Leonard. Sinks that one from the post. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Look at this. I like this. Team basketball. Keeping the ball moving till they find the right shot.
The pass to Green. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
He played a very solid first quarter, and now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
Here's Stauskas. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Stauskas has got his first bucket of the night.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
We know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Washington calls timeout.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Ooh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
Washington making some changes. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. Beal comes in for Austin Rivers. And John Wall subbed in for Satoransky. Beal from long range, kept alive. And Green gets it to go. Green's got 9 points in the quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
And finished off by Collins.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Yeah, of the two teams, they're taking the more makeable shots. Let's see if they can sustain it throughout the game.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, "Sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality, and as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader." Kevin?
Good story, D.A. Thank you. And the Wizards making a change here. Morris is checked in. And then for the Trailblazers, Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Myers Leonard. McCollum comes in for Nick Stauskas. And Lillard subbed in for Curry.
I love the unselfishness from Wall. When someone flashes open, I mean, he's right there with the pass. Oh, yeah, Kevin, and what a quick rise to the top has been for John Wall. He was drafted #1 overall, the 6th fastest player ever to reach 2,000 points and 1,000 assists.
And Morris throws it down.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Give the loose D an assist on that one. Get a body on him.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, and now he's landing body blows.
The Trailblazers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portland.
One shot.
Lillard, no good on the free throw. And with so many great point guards in this league, sometimes John Wall doesn't get all the credit he deserves.
And it all comes back to winning. Stats alone aren't enough. Once Wall gets that first ring, the conversation will change.
Beal from long range, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 7th assist in the game. Nurkic, here's Aminu. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Porter looking it over. Pass to Beal. No good. Shot missing. Good D by McCollum. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. They're in the midst of this long 6-game road trip. That will be game 4. And Wall kicks to Beal.
Yeah, and we've watched Beal take major steps forward in this game. I mean, think about this, especially with creating off the bounce for himself and for others.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Beal.
Now, the potential this kid, Bill, has is incredible. He's already a dynamic scorer, and he continues to get better every offseason.
Howard's checked in for Jeff Green. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Trailblazers leading by 16. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Oh, yeah, but once Lillard gets going, it's fun to watch. I mean, he attacks with such ferocity.
For Washington, they've gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Well, in recent years, C-Web, players have flirted with quadruple doubles, but they're just so elusive. I mean, you've got to do a lot to get those kind of numbers.
Now, think about it. Embiid and Westbrook have both come close. Or Westbrook comes close to anything with a double at the end of it. And Draymond Green, he missed once on points. So, you know, it's so hard to do. I just remember that Akeem the Dream Olajuwon did it, but you think about it. You're exerting so much energy, communication, and passion in that game. That's why it's so tough to do. And by the way, players are really good. So how are you going to get those 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 blocks?
Right, yeah.
Or whatever else you can get along with points. But, yeah, so elusive, yeah.
Down. Hey, hold your man down. Hey, who told you come around? Who?
And now a glance at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top assist men over the past 10 games. Third, John Wall.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Morris outside, knocked away. It's stolen by Aminu. A second chance effort, and it's sent back by Howard.
No trespassing. Howard patrolling the defensive end.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Morris inside. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Took him no time at all on that one. That's 12 points for Beal.
Oh, the mid-range game of Beal is so solid. The D has to be right up on him when he's on this area of the floor.
And that one's good, Lillard.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Well, John Wall, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook came into the league around the same time. All of them in the conversation for most athletic big point guard in league history. Of the 3, I think John Wall, the most prolific playmaker, always looking to create for his teammates.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for John Wall. And John Wall is such a multifaceted game, it almost feels wrong to call him a pure point guard. But that's what he is, isn't he? Just loves to set up his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And he can score at a high level, but that helps him as a playmaker. Guys thrive playing alongside him because he commands so much attention.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
It's good.
And this is why McCullough is an all-star caliber player. Possesses the ability to score on intense defense.
Morris kicks to Howard. Outside, Wall passes it to Porter. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Nurkic. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Portland leading by 19. Wing shot on the way. They get the rebound. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Nurkic has got 6 points.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And Wall kicks to Beal to the inside. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Love the aggressive mind state. Howard showing how authoritative he is inside.
Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Washington's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on 3. And Howard with the stuff.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And the shot goes in. 31 points for Lillard.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And Wall kicks to Beal. From outside, off the mark. Portland in total control. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. And the basket by Lillard.
He continues to be their go-to guy. If they close this game out, his stamp will be all over this win.
Outside, Beal. Over McCollum. Beal can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 23. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And now, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors.
And going up against the Pelicans, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And that one's good by Porter.
He's doing some good work from long range. I mean, he had 2 threes in the first quarter, and now he's got 1 in the second.
And it's sent back by Morris. Here's Beal, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Lillard against Wall. Now, here's Lillard. D right on him. Misses in close. It's Beal on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. Beal dishes the Wall. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8. Shooting 50% so far.
There's no lack of aggression on his part. When he's got the chance to score, he'll take it.
Here's Lillard. And he drops it in from the low post. Lillard's got 12 points now in the quarter.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
McCollum against Beal. He kicks to Howard. Nice ball movement by Washington. Porter passes to Howard. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
The Wizards shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Rivers, he's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And Satoransky's subbed in for John Wall. Portland also making some changes. Leonard, he's checked in for Nurkic. Turner comes in for Jake Layman. And Curry subbed in for Lillard. Free throw no good for Howard. Chris, you've played against the Blazers and in Portland so many times in your career. Explain the love the city has for this terrific team.
Well, Portland actually was my favorite arena to play in. I love the floor, the seats, the lighting there. I just love playing there. I mean, the city lives and dies with the Blazers. They have crazy, die-hard fans there in Rip City. I mean, very few teams have a devoted fan base as the Blazers do.
Largely out there for his terrific shooting range, C-Web, is Thomas Satoransky. He's a pretty good playmaker as well.
Team player. I mean, he understands that he needs to get his shot within the floor of the offense. If it's not there, he's quick to move the ball and generally makes good decisions.
First one falls for him. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Collins is checked in. He hits both from the stripe. Looking at the Wizards' past 3 seasons, C-Web, bottom 10 in the league in rebounding.
And they have the most trouble on the defensive end. How about that? Think about that combination. When you give up second chance opportunities, you put yourself behind the 8 ball.
Washington with the ball. They trail by 16. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
Mahimi's checked in for Washington. Turner inside. He's guarded by Rivers. Wasted no time on that one. That's 10 points for Evan Turner.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
And now Portland on the break. And Turner throws it down.
Look at Turner. He loves dunking it home. Nothing tricky, just showing off his superb vertical.
A minute 20 left in the first half of basketball. Poked away. Kicks to Curry. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And there's the call on Curry. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Wizards have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Oubre is checked in for Beal. And Portland with a change here, too. Stauskas is checked in for C.J. McCollum. Good on both. 54 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Stauskas. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Stauskas has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
And Satoransky kicks to Oubre. Back to Satoransky. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Free throw good, Satoransky.
Now think about this Portland team. Very solid on defense. They do a good job of closing out on shooters, both in the mid-range and deep. I mean, they can improve, but they're still a very tough team to score against at times.
We've got 33 seconds left in the second quarter. Stolen by Collins. And that one's good. Leonard's got 6 points.
Myers Leonard.
Wizards trail by 21. Pass to Howard. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. And that's 15 points for Howard.
He's giving them a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling for him.
Here's Turner. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Look, high percentage look in tight. It's hard to miss that one.
Now Satoransky. 10 points for him. The pass to Rivers. Fires from deep. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Damian, where does that game face of yours come from?
I think it's just the Oakland in me, really. I'm sure a lot of people know about the past, the Oakland point guards with Gary Payton, Brian Shaw, and Jason Kidd. And once you get on the court, it's time to compete. Off the court, I was raised to be a good person, high character person, but on the court, in between those lines, everything is out the window. It's time to win.
That 5-1-0 is coming out, Damian. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Please, a hand at home for them. Clapping for yourselves. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 35 points, 5 assists, and 4 steals. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, when Damian Lillard gets hot, it's not like most guys. He gets in a can't-miss zone where he completely carries his team. And on the other side, there's really no defense adjustment that you can really do to counter that.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
A glorious viewpoint of the Washington Monument in the Mall here in the U.S. Capitol marks our return to Washington, D.C. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Seems like he had enough dunks in the first half to last him for the next 2 or 3, 4 or 5 games.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Trailblazers leading by 21. All at point with Beal to his side. They're the deadly backcourt pair. Porter and Morris make up the forward spots. And it's Howard in at the center position. That's the group for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half. Wizard shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much.
Lillard is such a crafty finisher. Even when he takes a pounding, he sticks with it.
Jake Layman's checked in for Evan Turner.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
But I'll tell you, the Wizards just keep knocking on the door. They've assembled some good talent, but they haven't come together as a complete unit. I don't like their chemistry. I need them a little bit more. I need a little bit more on the leadership side.
A nice shot by Wall.
This is something almost every defense is geared to do. Force Wall to prove he can hit the three.
Lillard attacking, buries it down low. Lillard's got 42 in the game.
Their entire offense has revolved around him today, and that's been the perfect game plan.
And for the Wizards, and you look at their history, 1979 was the last time they appeared in an NBA Finals.
Well, they lost to Seattle in that series, and the year before that, they won their only NBA championship, peace to Wes Unseld. But this current team is young. They have some talent. The future seems bright.
That one drops for him.
And look at that, the touch of Lillard inside, so impressive. He's terrific at generating points.
Wall against Lillard. Portland grabs the miss. Aminu's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. And we've seen just how incredible McCollum can be when he is feeling it. One of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he can just erupt with huge scoring nights at any given time.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, McCollum. And with McCollum's explosiveness, Greg, you recall he put up 50 points in a game last season.
And how about he did so in under 30 minutes of floor time? McCollum, only the second player to ever achieve that mark. Helps he started with a 28-point first quarter. When he is locked in, he can put up points like nobody's business.
And he makes both free throws. And the more we see from McCollum in the NBA, the more his edge, Chris, comes out game after game. He is a fiery competitor.
Well, I love that McCollum will get right in the face of the opposition and talk right back. I mean, he backs up what he says with this game, so why not? It's rare to see a hard-nosed guy like McCollum play with such an edge.
Here's Lillard. Makes it off the glass. Lillard's got 46 points.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Wall wide open. That 3 off the mark.
He hasn't been very precise at all this quarter.
It's stolen by Wall. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Oh, man. Well, now he's going to be walking a tight line. I mean, one more foul, and his night is a wrap.
Washington calls timeout. And with Jusuf Nurkic, the Bosnian center, he's so aggressive on the floor, he can be a fantastic player.
And fans always want more from Nurkic. I mean, they see the flashes of what he can do when he's active and aggressive. Nurkic himself knows that this is a case with him, and it's something he's trying to iron out.
So they watch it ricochet off. Then I skirt off on that Michelin out. They don't got nothing on me till I pop. They don't got nothing on me, call the cop. I hit that run like I have a boy running back. Look at that boy, hit that running back. Shout out to Salsa to Summer Ghost. I got addicted to Salsa Tacos. Shout out to ramen noodles. Now I see how I'm gonna make a stamina. I used to be holding the camera. Headed the dash like the window up. That's praying to me that my handle container. We love Wu-Tang, but I feel like Santana. Seems like you just push, Hannah Montana. I was clean, Tony Montana.
And here's a look at some numbers for Howard. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. 9th in shooting percentage, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Aminu. McCollum. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Shot from 12. They grab their own miss. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Morris isn't afraid of getting whacked. In fact, he welcomes it when he's going up to shoot.
And Markieff Morris out of Kansas, a spread 4, as they say.
And able to stripe it from anywhere on the floor. A good secondary scorer who can also create his own shot on the block at times.
Two.
And free throw good from Morris.
Last year was a season of up and down for the Blazers. I mean, when you think about it, they won their division title for just the second time since 2000, third overall in the West, but were blindsided by the Pelicans and swept in the first round.
He hits both from the stripe. And that first-round exit for the Blazers really overshadowed, Chris, the good they accomplished in the regular season.
And that's a shame because they had a fantastic year overall as a group. I mean, they had a late-season surge in March to secure the division and third in the West. They don't necessarily have the talent of other teams. They're in a small market, but those are the breaks in the NBA. I'm sure this group will be out with a chip on their shoulder because of it.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And Washington making a change here. Green's checked in.
Jeff Green.
And so Green will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They host the Clippers after this game. And that game concludes a 5-game homestand.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
It's stolen by Morris. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Ball against Lillard. Tries it from 19, and it's in there. 14 points for Wall.
And that's a shot they love to lean on all the time. I mean, gets Wall rolling with his jump shot.
Here's Lillard. That one a little long. Wizards trail by 20. Outside, Wall. Outside, Green. It's Beal on the wing. Clock at 6. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's McCollum. Second chance shot. And it's sent back by Morris.
Oh, man, look at Morris use his reach to turn away a shot. He's excellent at cornering shooters and sending their shots back.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Oh, well, listen, guys, that was great work, making them pay for the lapse on defense.
To the inside, Wall. No good on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Aminu misses. Wizards trail by 18. To the middle. Deflects the pass. The three from McCollum. They get it back. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic. Nurkic has got 10 points in the game.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
Green. And Green slams it in.
Now, the location of that assist was awesome. That was a sweet lead pass.
Lillard against Wall. Lillard misses. The Wizards have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Beal against McCollum. Beal finds Wall. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Lillard from outside. The rebound by Jeff Green. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside, Beal. From the wing. Misses off the right iron. Trailblazers leading by 16. Here's Layman. The shot from the low post is good. Washington's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Wall taking his time here. Down low. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Wall. Morris has got 10 points in just the second half. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Well, Portland, as a franchise, they seem to be in a tough spot. I mean, they've had some bad luck with draft picks, and at the same time, they've lost some free agents to other organizations. I mean, they're too talented to go full rebuild, not with their stars, but they're still missing a piece or two from really being a danger in the West come playoff time.
Washington making some changes. Kelly Oubre comes in for Otto Porter Jr., and it's Rivers in for Beal. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Collins checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Leonard comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Jake Layman. And Curry subbed in for Damian Lillard. Chris, for the Blazers, as you mentioned, you worry they'll continue to remain static in the West.
Yeah, I do, because they're too good to rebuild. And right now, you know, it seems like they're not an elite team and they're not a bad team. So how do you figure it out? And it reminds me a little bit of the Hawks about a decade ago. They were always a playoff threat, but never found that next stage. Hopefully the Blazers can shake things up to get them where they need to go. Oh, that's just a terrific night for him from the floor, making almost everything he looks at.
Here's Rivers. And that one, good. Rivers has got his third basket of the night.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And the basket by McCollum.
Love the game of McCollum. Not just great at dribbling the ball, but terrific at pulling up on the defense.
Wizards trail by 21. Feeds to Morris. The kick out to Wall. Nice ball movement by Washington. Morris with the bucket.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
A superb concentration from the clever guard. McCollum, he's so used to getting knocked around, going up, easy for him.
The Trailblazers have shot 6 of 7 at the line. Mahimi's checked in for Washington. Satoransky comes in for John Wall.
One shot.
Free throw good, McCollum.
And the evolution of McCollum has been fun to watch, and he's not done yet. I mean, an efficient guard who shoots the lights out.
And Satoransky kicks to Mahimi. Pass to Oubre. That one misses. Good D by McCollum. Pass to Curry. Buries it down low. Curry's got 12 in the game.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
Outside, Green. Back to Satoransky. Here's Mahimi. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Love the grit on the offensive glass. Those are just effort points.
Baseline try. Satoransky grabs the miss. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. He kicks it to Rivers. Pass to Green. Count it. Green's got 6 in the quarter.
And when Green is feeling it, keep getting him the ball. He can really score from anywhere from the floor.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Look, high percentage look in tight. It's hard to miss that one.
Washington's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Stolen by Satoransky. Here's Oubre. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for McCollum. He's getting around 20 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, think about this. He definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
Free throw, good, Oubre. You know, you can see why some scouts fell in love with Kelly Oubre. Great athlete with tremendous length.
He has over a 7-foot wingspan, which helps him defensively and on the glass. I mean, there's still a lot of upside in this young fella.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Good on both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Curry attacking. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Curry's got 14.
Look at this. I like this. Team basketball. Keeping the ball moving till they find the right shot.
A difficult situation for Washington. Knocked loose. Outside, Green. Mahimi has it in the corner. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And maybe the biggest surprise of the 2005 draft, Mahimi's name being called in the first round. 128 players were listed in the league's draft guide. He was not on that list.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw good from Mahimi. And talking about Mahimi, he was really drafted as a developmental project.
Well, the Spurs were looking for the athleticism up front after David Robinson retired. Unfortunately, Mahimi fouled a lot while guarding. It took him a number of years to become a contributor.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Washington. Mahimi hits them both. Trailblazers leading by 20. And it's Turner off the drive, and that one drops. 16 points for him.
Well, I just like watching Turner in the pick and roll. His teammates do a good job of finding him when he's feeling it.
Washington's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Got a piece of it. Turner with the steal. Here's Curry. Here's Stauskas up and in on the layup.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Yeah, but you have to control the pace. You have to keep it up, keep the tempo. That's how they built this lead.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
Solid recognition from the center. Howard is intelligent at taking advantage of these opportunities.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
Oh, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Portland with the ball. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Here's Collins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And now on the 2K leaderboard, the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the best free throw shooting teams in the league. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
You can't be careless when you play them. No wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
The first free throw is good.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Washington's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Satoransky, the pass to Oubre. Leonard against Howard. And the pass to Satoransky. Inside. And there's Howard. That's good on the assist from Mahinmi. Mahimi's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, you can't allow Howard to get this kind of positioning. He's confident in his ability to score inside.
Wizards trail by 21. Here's Oubre, and the shot goes in. Oubre's got 9.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Jacks up a 3. Evan Turner grabs the board. Here's Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Turner's got 3 assists tonight. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. Back to the action after this word. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Collins has got nearly everything to drop for him, shooting 5 of 6 from the field. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Myers Leonard is out there with Collins. Then it's Evan Turner. Then it's Curry. And it's Stauskas in at the 2 spot. And Satoransky kicks to Oubre. Offline with his 3. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Turner. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call on Washington with the foul.
Turner doesn't back down. He goes right at the defense, forces the issue, and gets to the line.
At the line.
And Evan Turner, a wing player who helps in ways other than scoring. He can bring up the ball and initiate the offense, and he's decent in the post and clever when he gets it inside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. LC Webb with Evan Turner, the former 2nd overall pick. He gives you a little bit of everything.
Now, the one thing missing from Turner's game, though, was outside shooting. He had a career 30% shooter from beyond the arc. But the instincts on taking threes, still, he's at his best when he attacks the rim and creates for others.
And the second free throw, good.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
It's Rivers on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got his 9th assist in the game now. Lillard attacking, and again!
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. They'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Howard in the post, working on Nurkic. Oubre passes to Rivers. Shot clock at 5, stolen by McCollum. Pass to Turner. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Turner's got 19 points.
Turner's a muscular player, superb at fighting his way through the D. He likes overcoming these challenges.
And Satoransky kicks to Howard for 3. And the three ball is good.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Lillard attacking. Rebound, Washington. Morris has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Rivers gets a wide open look. Offline with his 3. Trailblazers leading by 22. Here's Lillard. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Oubre, good.
Oh, that's a nice look. Recognizing he had the opening to make the entry pass.
Lillard attacking. And, yep, another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Morris, no good. For Portland, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Each team has 1 inactive player per night. Would upping that amount, you think, C-Webb, of active players on game day change anything at all?
I don't believe so, because the inactive player we're talking about usually is at the bottom of the roster. And so if you look at the next man up theory, that means that the last guy on the bench at that time, it's his time to get that playing time. So I don't think that the inactive players would change anything, because it's still a team sport, and those guys earn their playing time in practice. And so that guy at the end of the bench is still one of the greatest players in the world and can contribute at any time.
Washington making some changes. Porter's checked in for Oubre. Beal comes in for Austin Rivers. And it's John Wall in for Satoransky. He doesn't get the second one.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Lobbed up there for Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
You got to appreciate the scoring ability of Howard, a hulk of a player who knows how to get into a comfort zone.
Awesome.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. One of the more down-to-earth players in this league is Otto Porter Jr.
And yeah, he once said, "I never eat at restaurants. I'm a simple guy in all aspects of my life." We see that on the court. He doesn't draw a lot of attention to himself. He just focuses on the work.
Nobody's ever seen. Do I gotta face you with another? I'll never replace you with another. You're the only menace in my mind. You don't let nobody ride. Till the boom, this ain't a honeymoon. We all night until the moon. I still assume to be mine. I want it here. Don't make me wait all year. Already fixing my fears. Come closer to my ears. I gotta hear it more clear. You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, you blow my mind. Boom, boom, you blow my mind. You're the only one that gets on my street. You're too damn rich. Nobody's
Nurkic against Howard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on John Wall.
Oh, he's a real menace. Nurkic is 7'1". He's difficult to guard without fouling.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. C-Webb, I think of when you entered the league and how much the league has changed since your entry. In your mind, going back to your rookie year, I'm sure you can count many ways that the NBA has improved the game.
Yeah, and the NBA, to me, has always been a step ahead. It's been a leader as far as where sports in general should go. I mean, we're truly a global game now. Just imagine where the game is going to be in 20 years. The growth of overall player salaries, the value of franchises, And to me, again, the biggest improvement has just been the evolution of players. It's been thanking a guy like Larry Bird, who was 6'9", shooting threes, and today we have Kevin Durant, 7-foot shooting threes. It's players getting better. The dribbling of Isaiah Thomas back in the Piston days to the dribbling of Curry, Kyrie, John Wall. Today, it's the evolution of the players to me that's been so exciting, along with the group growth of the league overall.
The putback, great positioning on the putback.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Washington. Shot, high post. A second chance effort. Howard can't hit.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
Yeah, Greg. I mean, the work he's putting in has been outstanding. He's handling the rebounding duties all by himself.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long-distance shot, you know it's cash.
Lillard against Wall. Kicks to Morris. The three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. It's stolen by Wall. Here's Beal. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And another turnover here by Portland.
Oh, that's a brutal giveaway. A pass to no man's land.
Washington making some changes. Bryant is checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Markieff Morris. And it's Brown in for Porter. Now off the inbound. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And that's now 21 points for Bradley Beal. Nurkic the pass to Swanigan. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And here's Wall. To the paint, here's Brown, and he converts the layup.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And it's Turner off the drive. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
And even when you try to body Turner up, I mean, he finds a way to score. Remarkable how he stays in control on the drive.
Beal from long range. Washington gets it back.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
Here's Trent. That ball. Nice feed that time from Turner.
Turner can do a little bit of everything. A good passer who knows how to hit his guys in their spots.
Well, the Wizards shooting at 42% in this final quarter. Beal finds Wall. Brown wide open. He fires. Drills it from outside. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first two quarters, though.
Zach Collins checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Now here's Wall. Brown outside. Passes it to Green. Down low, Wall laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Wall's got 9 points here in the second half.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Collins, good.
Zach Collins.
You know, the NBA has cracked down on flopping. It's still part of the game, but C-Webb, would you agree that progress has been made in that area?
Yeah, I think so, and I'd like to blame a lot of my European players for bringing that over along with soccer. Soccer with the flopping and that, and we've kind of taken away. And I know a little bit about flopping. We had some floppers on my Sacramento team, and so flopping is frustrating. You don't want to see that. You want to see guys earn it. This isn't soccer or football, and so I think the league has done a very good job, whether it was trying to find guys early or just embarrass you and say, hey, you're Shaqtin' a fool. Get up right now. No one touched you. Why did you flop or act like you were hit? And move 10 feet back on the side. I hate flopping. But then again, you must embellish. You must be a good actor. You've got to put the referees in a tough position to make a good call. How do you find that balance? But I think the NBA has done a good job of making sure that it isn't encouraged and isn't rewarded.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here is Wall. And Beal kicks to Brown. There's the triple. Beal can't get it to go. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Shots good by Turner. Turner's got 23.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, what I like about it most is he's doing it efficiently.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Trent. That ball. Nice feed that time from Turner.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
And it's Wall with the ball for the Washington Wizards. It's Beal on the wing. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. And for Portland, they're shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Snatched away. And again, Portland running the court in transition. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And Wall kicks to Bryant. Knocked loose. Wall dishes to Beal. Outside, Green. A three-pointer is right on target. Green's got 9 points now in just the second half.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And that one drops for him.
Zach Collins.
Not too long ago, C-Web, triple-doubles were widely celebrated. Now you see much more of them all over the league. What's been the change there, do you think?
I think the change has been the style of play and the removal of the big men. Being that there are no longer a slew of 7-footers in there rebounding, guards can come in there and do some amazing things in rebounding. And I'm amazed with Westbrook coming in and rebounding over the 7-footers. You also have better spacing, and so if I'm a one-on-one player, I get past my guy, I can trust it that if I throw it to a wide-open shooter now, because of the way that we've drawn the defenses in, there may be a few more open looks. And so I still respect it. I still respect the energy, the focus, the fact that you have to be all over the floor to do it. But, you know, besides the fact that there's longer threes taken, or besides the fact that there's more small lineups, I still think it's a feat to be respected, even though we're seeing an increase in them now.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Trailblazers.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Damian Lillard.
From an offensive standpoint, he was their leader tonight. Whenever they needed a big bucket, he was always the guy to come up.
And the rejection by Collins. Brown the pass to Wall. The Wizards working the ball around now. And Green gets it to go.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Stacks on stacks on stacks. They're looking to stack up some points. They've gotten into a nice groove from out there.
The fader. Green missing again.
Not easy to miss a clean-looking side like that, but he manages to do it.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Guys, what do you think?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back, because no other reason to call it.
No, but they're not going to take any chances. I mean, they're going to play it out until the final whistle, no matter what the score is.
present our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. Portland in total control. Baseline jumper. And it's Rivers with the rebound. Here's Washington now. To the paint. Here's Wall. And the slam dunk by Wall.
And tonight, they can't tie Wall down. I mean, found his rhythm, and he's been riding that wave of momentum ever since.
Curry. And the layup falls.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care how good you are. It's tough to succeed in a hostile environment. They're doing it in style.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.